I joined the 24-hour Kirtan when I was 18. I came to Vrindavan in the middle of winter. This was the first time I left Mauritius. And I basically joined the 24-hour Kirtan because, you know, I wanted something new, a different thing in my life that could, you know, change my lifestyle from before. And Kirtan was something that always attracted me. And one of my friends told me that in Vrindavan there's the 24-hour Kirtan. Why don't you go and join the ashram? So I came, and the first day I was sitting down in the temple room, someone, you know, who was playing Mridanga asked me if I wanted to play. I said, yeah, sure. And I played a little bit for Kirtan, and then this other devotee came, and I kept on playing. And afterwards he came up to me and said, oh, you played nice Mridanga, why don't you join the 24-hour Kirtan? I told him, actually, yes, I came to join the Kirtan party, and I have a letter for Aindra Das. And he looked at me, he smiled, and he goes, I'm Aindra. And I didn't expect, you know, because I thought Aindra Prabhu was Indian-bodied, you know, because his voice sounds Indian when he sings. And I was quite surprised, you know, he had red hair, red beard. And I moved to the ashram, and like a month after, we started recording Chintamani Nam. I was lucky enough, fortunate, to play kartals on those recordings. And at that time, Aindra Prabhu had one Mridanga player. His name was Gopinath. And after a year, he left. And I became Aindra Prabhu's Mridanga player. And then we started recording Vrindavan Mellas. Vrindavan Mellas 1, 2, 3. And we recorded prayers to the Das of Raja, Raja Vilas. And Aindra Prabhu wanted to have those recordings made in Vrindavan. He didn't want to go to Delhi in studios, because he wanted to give Vrindavan to the whole world. You know, the sounds, the birds, the cows, you know, the whole mood of Vrindavan, and just sitting down in the temple room in Vrindavan and having that Vrindavan Shakti to give to the world. This is what he wanted. And as an 18-year-old boy, I had a lot of ego. I thought I was the best Mridanga player. And Aindra Prabhu, for a whole year, he would call me to his room after Kirtan, and he would lecture me how I was not the best Mridanga player. Now he would challenge me, oh, can you play better Mridanga than Shiva, Lord Shiva? I didn't know what to say. And some days it would really hurt, you know, the ego would get hurt. And some days I would agree, some days I would argue. But then I thought, actually, if I listen to his instructions, maybe I will make some progress. And I was determined to do that. And afterwards, you know, we started having, you know, this really connected Kirtan. You know, I knew what he wanted, you know, the changes. And one very important thing that he also taught me was to sing during Kirtan. You know, sometimes as Mridanga players we don't sing. You know, we just play Mridanga or we play the kartals, and the chanting is not there. And he told me once, he said, your Mridanga playing is 0 if you don't put a 1 before it. And that 1 is Krishna. That 1 is the chanting. This is the main thing. You know. And that really stuck with me. And it took a little while, you know, to get used to it, because, you know, you just play Mridanga, you just concentrate on that. And chanting is a little together, doing both together was a little difficult. But it made a difference, because actually you weren't just concentrating on your mridanga beats, but it was connected to Krishna. And Aindra Prabhu's mood, he always taught by his example. His kirtans were powerful. He had a lot of Shakti. But that, because he was practicing his sadhana, his devotional service, his chanting, he was chanting 64 rounds or more every day. He was reading Srila Prabhupada's books, and he was doing his Didi Seva. This is what really gave him that Shakti, in his kirtans. And for me, Aindra Prabhu is my guru. He taught me, what I am right now, trying to spread the holy names, in different parts of the world. And one of these instructions, he told me, wherever you go, chant Hare Krishna, even if you have to sing to the four walls. It doesn't matter how many people there are, just chant. So, thank you, Aindra Prabhu.